They can. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. We literally have like one job here, and I think we're just so dusty from last night that it's just an absolute...
It's a Monday.
Exactly. Anyway, I am here. Okay. I am here with AustenMarie.
Yes.
I keep saying, well, for some reason I keep saying like Anne-Marie and then...
I think
also,
it's, you know, I'll answer to anything at this point.
Anything,
I'm real tired.
Yeah. So she's, just literally anything goes.
August.
August, you know. What other names?
Amberlyn.
What are some names that people have called you before?
I used to live in Austin, Texas for like a hot second. And for some reason, whenever people be like, oh, what's your name? Or do you want to make an appointment? I'm like, yeah, it's for Austin. And they would just stare at me. And I'm like, I'm not just saying the location.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, Aubrey? I once waited 45 minutes for a haircut because they didn't call my name, and I'm just like, wow, this is really weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I on there? And they're like, no. And then they're like, Aubrey? I'm like, am I Aubrey?
Yeah. Am I Aubrey or like what's going on
here? And they're
here?
like, oh yeah, I think that's you. I'm like, cool. I've only been here for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I've only been waiting for like ages and ages.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So your real name is AustenMarie.
It is AustenMarie. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my real life human name.
Yeah, and that's obviously your.
It's my
handle.
username as well.
Yeah. Makes things easy.
Oh, I used to have. I went by an old username that no one could pronounce.
What was it?
And it was a play on ostentatious, so it was just Tatius. But everyone would see it and they'd be like, Tatius. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I'd have to like explain it.
Yo, shout out to Tatius.
And I was like, no, it's like, you know, like a literary joke, like ostentatious, and I'm Austin. And they're like, I don't get it.
I don't understand what it is.
And so I just dropped it. I was like, I'll just go by AustenMarie. And if I have Marie in my name, maybe people won't like misgender me as a dude. And then still, it's like.
But that happens all the time on Twitch, right? That's so bad. I mean, I must admit, I'm guilty. I'm super guilty of it. Yeah. Someone will come in and you'll be like, oh, hey, what up? What up, dude? What up, man?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, I'm a girl. I'm like,
That's why you just say y'all.
Yeah.
Use the gender neutral, like, hey,
y'all. Hey, you, how are you?
I actually
But we don't say y'all in New Zealand. That's the thing.
I know, and I'm not even Southern. I'm from Los Angeles. But I say y'all all the time, and everyone thinks I'm Southern now. No, like the South isn't very progressive, but they're very progressive with that small little thing by accident.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't even know how would we do it in New Zealand? Hey,
use.
I mean, I guess we could literally say hey or
use.
Oh, you. Oh man, that's so
Kia ora,
true.
Kia ora, use.
What up, you? Use. How you's doing? Yeah, it is. Yeah. That is so true. I actually never thought about that. Use. What up, use? How you doing? Okay, I feel like you've been to New Zealand quite a bit.
I used to live here.
Shut the front door. Did you actually?
I have. Which camera?
Wait,
camera 1, camera 2?
Craig, where is Craig?
I have a New
Craig,
Zealand
you
tattoo.
dickhead. Get on the mate. What kind of producer are you? We're trying to.
It's fine. It just looks like New Zealand. It's not that exciting.
Just give him lots of shit.
I promise.
Honestly, give him lots of shit.
Okay.
Wait.
How dare you? Wait, I'm gonna move my Fitbit.
Wait.
Where are we right now?
Right. Okay, we are right there. Wait.
Arcanine's foot is like gonna kick New Zealand.
Yeah, right there. Oh, gee. So whereabouts did you actually live?
I am a University of Otago alumni. I'm a Scarfie. I'm a dirty couch burner.
I'm actually like my mind is blown. I did not picture that.
I went to high school here as well.
What?
I went to St. Peter's, so I had a uniform. I had to like dress up. It was very unflattering. It was great.
So your parents moved here? And
Nah, my mom just dated a rich dude, a rich American guy who owned property out here. And then they're like, let's just send the kids off to boarding school. And I'm like, peace.
You're like, deuce, I'm out.
I'm like, cool, New Zealand sounds great. And then I was like stuck on a farm for like 10 months of school.
How did you like the farm though? Do you like that farm? Like, because you know, you get people that like either they like the country and like the farm sort of stuff, or they're a city person.
I was stoked that I just wasn't at home. I was like 15. I'm like, I'm in a different country. Like, this is
I'm
dope.
an adult. Yeah.
And then I decided I'd come back for college, and it was a little bit better for doing uni out here.
And what did you study?
I have a major in design and nearly a minor in sociology, but Otago decided to schedule me 2 classes at the same time, third-year papers. So I did Anthropology 101 in my last year, so I don't have that minor, but...
You're like, damn it. So obviously you did, you studied design?
Yeah.
And now...
Now I don't do anything with my degree.
I thought you do.
No, that's drawing. Design and drawing are totally... Like, basically, we paid a lot of money for me to come out to New Zealand.
Design is like architect, right?
No,
Oh,
like,
damn
design
it.
is like don't use Comic Sans.
Oh.
That was it. That's
Okay.
the whole thing.
Yeah. I
And
pay the money. Don't use Comic Sans.
I was already working full time as an illustrator in uni. Because I was working
Cool.
at like a Little India in Dunedin.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I could just stay at home and draw cartoons and
Yeah,
make
yeah.
money, and then get the money for rent and wine.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
Always got the
two
booze.
main food
I was
groups.
gonna say like the booze comes first, right? Usually,
yeah.
Usually it's the
I was
booze,
like, I need at least $6.
and then a pack of noodles.
Yeah.
Did you live on noodles when you were down there?
I did live on like Indian curry for like a long time because I worked there, and I would just have it for breakfast.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, it was mostly like protein powder that I like shipped in, and then I had enough money for wine, and then I was like, okay, I don't have to like go walk out in a blizzard anymore. I can just go draw at home.
Yeah.
So my teachers didn't really like that because I would be like, they're like, this is how you get clients. I'm like, what if you already have clients? And they're like, can you just leave?
Yeah. How doors over there, please.
Yeah,
leave.
they're like, this American chick. I actually had to. I had to join in class with my ex-boyfriend because he was like the teacher's pet. So as long as I was in his groups, we would get A's no matter what. But if I was by myself, I would only get a C. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just coast through this last bit.
Just make sure you kind of try and stick with the boyfriend just to get those A's, right?
Well, yeah, and then our last year, our department got canceled, and so everyone was like, "Are we still gonna have a school like to go to?" And
Wait,
they're
so
like,
they actually-
"We'll let you finish, but like design doesn't exist anymore."
Do you know what? They actually the same thing happened to me. So I
No.
didn't go to uni. I wasn't that cool, but because I dropped out of school at 15.
I don't think there's anything cool about going.
No,
to university.
no, it's not.
Going to
but
debt.
Yeah.
I don't use my degree at all.
I'm so cool that
Play
I've
video
got
games
like
on the
yeah,
internet.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, so I did that, but halfway through my diploma, because I didn't do any of the fancy degree or anything, I got bored of it. But I got the diploma, and halfway through it, they canned the whole program.
Oh, sick.
And they were like, "Oh, we'll move you to a certificate." And I'm like, "No, it's okay. I really don't want a certificate. Like that's really useless. So thank you.
Oh,
thank you guys. Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
chur.
I still, honestly, my mind is still blown that you were in New Zealand. Like you're basically a Kiwi.
My friends call me a Kiwifornian. They're like, we've like adopted you. I'm like, okay, thanks. But when I was here, I had to adopt a bit of an accent.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I went to Paris for 2 days and now I have to speak in a French accent. But I was here and I would say things like, in Dunedin, there's like a drinking spot called the Octagon.
Yep.
But like, whenever I'd say it, my friends would just make fun of me for like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
and they'd be
yeah.
like, Octagon, what are we going to go fight? Like a cage match? And then they'd like make fun of me.
down.
And they still do it to this day. So then when I would be like, hey, we're going to go drink at the Octagon, it'd be like 25 minutes of just like
laughing.
faffing.
Yeah.
And then if I was like, are we going to go to the Octagon? And they'd be like, oh, yeah. And then we just go. And I was like, wow, it makes so much more sense. So at work, I would
how do I say Octagon?
Octagon.
Yeah, Octagon.
Instead of Octagon.
Yeah, now, you know what, I've never even thought about that.
And then,
Oh my
like
God.
at work, because when I worked, and I'd be like, oh, do you want your, butter chicken extra mild, or mild?
Yeah.
And they would be like, they'd be like, oh, where are you from? And it was always the same conversation every time. And I'm like, I just want to do my job.
Yeah, I don't
So
wanna-
I'd be like,
I don't wanna
oh,
talk,
do you want
man.
that mild, medium, or hot? And then they would just be like, oh, cool. And they wouldn't bother me for the rest of the time. So I'd pick up this accent. So when I'd go home, everyone's like, where are you from? And I'm like, Los Angeles. And they're like, no, you're
Like,
not.
I'm Kiwi as a.
Yeah. And then I have to do this whole like, oh, I used to live in New Zealand. And everyone's like, wow. So it's
I
just
feel like everyone,
lose. Every
yeah.
side. I just too
I was going
pretentious.
to say, it's funny because you'll say to people, you'll be like, oh, they'll say, where do you live? Like, even for me, like, if you go into, I don't know, anywhere, you're like, oh, where do you live? Or where are you from? Oh, New Zealand. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, does that even exist? Is
Yeah.
that actually a real country? No,
They're
it's
like,
not.
oh, it's part of Australia, right? And
That's
you're like,
the biggest one. It's like, isn't it like Australia, like the same thing? You're like, twitching, like, no.
You're like,
no, it's not. 'Cause it's like,
no.
it's the same sort of thing with Canada and America, right?
Uh,
Rivalry in there? Is there
well, that's
there's
the thing.
rivalry, right?
I feel like America has rivalry with everyone.
Well, you know what? That's very
And
true.
like Canada's just like, sure.
yeah. Canada's just like,
Cool.
okay, I'll just go
They're
with
like,
it.
we have healthcare, so like you can keep being dumb, and we're like,
Yeah,
fighting with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you're not in the octagon.
Yeah,
as well.
when we're not Octagon, please.
Octagon.
If you're gonna appropriate my culture,
I need to do it proper, please. Octagon.
There was a cute moment with my friends at our flat where we were like watching a show together, and it was like commercial break, and I turned and I was like, hey, do we want to get some like drinks or something?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you sound like the TV. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're watching like an American movie.
Yeah.
She's like, that was so buzzy, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone's drunk, right? Pretty much 24/7.
Oh,
Is this when you're down south, right? Yeah. Everyone's drunk 24/7. Like, oh my my God, it's like revelation.
Yeah.
Are you in the TV?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Like my friend and I we were reminiscing because it's been 10 years since we were in first year at uni, and oh God, I'm so old.
No, I'm literally trying to work this out, and I'm like, okay, hang on a minute.
Yeah. I was there in 2009. Was my first year.
Okay.
And so we were like talking about it, and we were like, yeah, I'm like, I recently quit drinking, but like when I moved back to the States, I like cut down a whole bunch. And like one glass of wine would just like give me a little too much. And I was like talking to her, I'm like, we started our night with a bottle of wine, and she's like, yeah, New Zealand used to have a really bad problem. I was like, yeah.
Honestly, we're like really known for bad drinking.
Yeah.
Like really known for it.
But like really good adverts about not drink, like the bring your mates one. That's my favorite.
I know, right? Yeah. Bring your mates. Oh, don't bring your mates, eh?
It's like that and the Ghost Chips ad, or the
Ghost
two
Chips
ones
is
that I
good.
show friends to be like, this is where I grew up.
Yeah. This is New Zealand. This is where I grew up.
This
and everyone's
is their
just like,
humor.
Okay. Yeah. And honestly, people don't understand our humor.
No.
People don't. And especially, and the one thing that people don't understand is when we say sweet as.
Yeah,
you know,
because it sounds like you're saying...
Like, as sweet as, like, what? Like,
but also, it doesn't sound like you're saying, like, sweet as. It sounds like you're saying sweet with two S's.
Oh.
Can I say...
Oh, sweet ass.
I can say ass.
Oh, I've already dropped F-bombs, don't worry.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm trying...
They keep a tally.
I'm trying to be professional.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm... honest, by day 3, it's just like, we're loose. The first time I ever hosted on the stage, I got up to 36 F-bombs.
Yeah,
that's not so good. That was
did
my
that
very
once,
first time.
I did it once for a charity stream, like at an event at TwitchCon, and I was like... Anyway, you just keep rolling.
Yeah,
you
just pretend that it never happened, right?
Yeah, you just move
like,
on.
oh,
You don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything.
That's fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so the first time I heard sweet ass, someone was like, oh yeah, sweet ass. And I was like, excuse you?
But that's like dick,
I was like,
right?
but thank you.
Yeah.
But also, how? And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
But it's like the New Zealand accent with dick as well.
Yeah.
So we say D-E-C-K, but it sounds like...
The deck commercial is so good.
I know.
That like, it was a fake one, but like, it went around, I was like,
it's so good
so
though.
good.
Yeah, like I stained my dick, you know, I rected my dick up, and it's just like, is this like, I reckon so many people that aren't New Zealanders would have actually thought it was probably like a real commercial and been like, what?
Yeah. Oh no, but I love showing them that. I'm like, here, look at it. Listen to their funny accents. Yeah. And then a lot of my friends, whenever I like, even like with British stuff, like I have to like put subtitles on for them.
Oh, British, yeah.
I think there's like, because when we were over here, people kept being like, oh, do you have an FPOS machine? And my friend who's with me, Babstar, she's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh, what? What are you saying?
Is she British?
No, she's American, but like we don't say FPOS. Like that's like a weird. It's just a card machine.
A card machine.
Yeah, it's a card machine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, we
so
do
like,
say
people
FPOS.
are like very quietly being like, "Do you have that FPOS machine?" And we're like, "What? What?
FPOS machine."
We're just like the loudest Americans over in the corner.
Yeah. I haven't even seen where you guys are yet. I walked around, but I didn't see.
We are
that way or that way?
We're that way, and we're if you hit the wrestling, you've gone too far.
Oh.
But we are within slam distance, so we can hear and feel the slams.
It's pretty gnarly, eh?
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, so we had one of the other hosts on the stage, and she only learnt yesterday that wrestling is fake. So she only learned that.
Oh, what a sweet bean!
Yeah,
she thought it was real.
Yeah,
I mean, it is real.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Yeah, it's like it's real.
I don't want them to come for me. They're so
I know.
strong.
So we were discussing it yesterday. It's like it's one of those unwritten rules, right? You know, Ellie didn't, but you know that it's fake, but you just don't talk about it.
Netflix has the whole what is the series? It's still early in the morning. Well, it's actually yesterday for me. It's 5 in the afternoon yesterday for me.
You're good. You're on the coding. That's all right.
There was like, we'll just let that.
Yeah.
But it's the Glow, the glamorous ladies of wrestling or whatever, gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Yeah.
And like they go behind it, they show you everything.
Yeah.
It's like obviously a sitcom situation.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, everyone knows now.
Yeah, like you can tell, but it's still
you can
like,
still get really hurt.
I know, because
if you do things wrong.
There's a guy that passed away. So someone was saying,
I don't follow any wrestling.
No, so we had Bloody Samoan on the Bloody Samoan on the stage. He does some of the wrestling down there, and he said someone actually passed away by doing wrestling.
Yeah, if you do
because they got slammed on the head a little too hard. And
if you do it wrong, or if you don't tuck and roll just right.
Yeah, exactly.
My back's all messed up right now, so I'm just like thinking about that. I'm like, well, maybe one of them could just come and just.
I'm kind of interested to know how you messed your back up.
Oh,
or
just sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you could have made a cool story. Like you could have been like, like this person had a car accident, and I ran towards the car, and I was like pulling on the door.
Yeah.
I slipped over.
I was the one in the car accident.
You were, and then you're trying to push the door, and then.
No, I just got a bad back from like an actual car accident like years ago, and then I slept weird, and I woke up, I'm like, oh, cool, like, I have to be on a flight to New Zealand, like, day after tomorrow.
And it's always the worst, like, because 16 hours?
I brought an extra pillow on the plane to put as, like, a lumbar support, and I'm, like, sitting straight up on the plane for, like, 13 hours.
And it's always super cramped, right?
Yeah.
No
oh,
matter
God.
what. How, wait, are you tall?
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
Oh,
and the lady next to me, like, her bag was, like, shifting over, and she had to, like, keep rotating her foot, but her foot was rubbing against her bag, which was, like, in turn, I could feel it through the bag. So I was just getting, like, this weird touching thing with the lady next to me the whole night. But then you kind of get,
like, irritated, right? So it's just like...
I couldn't sleep. Yeah. I was like, and then at some point I was like, can I move your bag, please? Because it's, like, on my foot. And she was like, oh, yes, I'm so sorry. It's in your bubble, right? And it's one of those things, like, you'll look at it, and then it's just like that thing that you'll just keep looking at it, and it's just eating away at you just a little bit, just looking at it. That's why we do direct communication. You can either get really stressed out, or you can just, like, actually, I know, like, Kiwis don't like confrontation, but, like, direct communication, it's awkward for a second, and then you get, like, a solution.
Yeah, just be like, move your shit, please.
Yeah, like,
so I feel like a Kiwi, for us, we wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say anything, and then it's escalated.
Yeah.
You're already past that point,
and
and
then you're like,
move your shit, please.
Now.
Move it now.
I have huffed far too many times. Yeah, and then, like, the lady next to her was like, I just wish I could put my feet down. I'm like, if you just moved your stuff and put it up, like, this isn't my problem.
No, exactly. And so many people do that. Or the other one.
And I had the bar right between me as well. I was like, this is bullshit.
I was going to say, because the other thing is people, like, slowly put their leg on your side.
I know.
So, like, you'll have your legs like this just because you don't, I don't know.
That's why I like having the bar on either side, because then I'm like, don't come over. But it was, like, all wonky because they're trying to shove a million people in.
And they're, like, putting their foot on there. You're like, get off there, get off there.
We're like old people complaining about this.
Actually, I do feel old. I turned 30 this year, so.
Oh, congratulations. You made it.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked that I made it this far.
29 this year. End of the year, though.
See, you're still young. You're still young. You're still a young one.
Still over. I have my. I do a comic that I'm, like, re-releasing. Oh, cool. And, like, the whole concept is, like, 30 is, like, the dead age. Like, that's, like, a bad age.
Honestly, I feel like 30 is downhill.
Auto-bio situation. It's a supernatural comic, but, like, ooh, bad things happen when you turn 30.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of like a...
Okay, so I need that comic. I need to find out what happens.
It's called Soul on Hold, and it's launching, well, our summer, your winter, so...
Wait, so winter's now for us?
It's not, though. You're technically in, like,
coming into,
you know.
Have you got a month that it's going to release? Roughly?
The deadline's coming up.
Yeah, she's like, and I'm not ready.
I can't say exactly when, because we might have to push it a little bit.
Yeah. You heard it here first. It's now delayed.
Yeah.
So as long as it's out by June, I want a June. I turned 30 in June, so I need to compare. I 100% need to compare.
You might be dead by the time the comic comes out.
True. So if you don't get a message from me about it, then
I know.
You 100% know. You'll be like, well, that guy that interviewed me.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Sorry about it. I couldn't prepare, and I'll put that on my gravestone.
I'll just, like, leave a cell phone, like a burner phone with the comic on it on your grave.
Yeah. If you could, that'd be great.
Just dig a little.
Just dig a little bit.
Take a hole and shove it down.
Just poke it down. Oh Jesus!
Smash it in there. Just kind of jam it into your little box. It'll be fine.
No, it'll be all good. It'll be all good. So you're designing side of things. So
yeah. I don't do any design. It's art, just illustration.
Sorry, yeah. So
I got the degree in design.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, like, when I think of design as artwork as well. I don't know why.
We're, like, totally different species. Like, a designer would do this, not an illustrator. Yeah. And they get paid a lot of money to do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I was gonna say, I could probably, I don't know, I could jump on.
You got to get the kerning just right.
I was gonna say, just jump on what is it, Defonts? Defonts.com.
Shout
out to Defonts.com.
Yeah. Sponsored by.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I get a sponsorship for your free?
HP by Omen and Defont.com. That's what you get, Font Squirrel. You didn't email us back in time.
Yeah. Defont.
I mean, the biggest thing about being a designer is dealing with the client.
Yeah.
Because the client is, like, the hardest part. Because they'll be like, can you do this but make it fun?
Do you? Okay.
You're like, no.
Do you do like emotes or anything?
I do emotes now on Twitch. Like, it's a whole thing. It was like, people were like, oh, you should do them, and I'm like, no. The
worst part would be dealing with people. That's what would piss me off.
I know. And so, now I do it, and I charge $55 USD per emote, and now people are like, yeah, just do whatever you want.
See, that's...
You charge more?
Yeah. But the thing is, right, for the amount of time that you put into it, 55 is still cheap. In my eyes. Because, like, you put so much
Minimum
time.
5, though.
Yeah.
So then you have that paywall, and so, like, people aren't going to be like, I have $20 and I'm going to treat you terribly.
Have you had any of the I'll promote you to all my mates Have you had that?
Oh, all the time. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Promote some money to the me.
Oh man, like I really need your promotion with your 5 followers,
Yeah,
please. Like,
I'm
oh my
like-
God, you're just gonna like your
Like,
5
I have
friends.
people who are like, we can collab. And I'm like, what does that mean to
Yeah.
you? And they're like, well, you do all the work,
Yeah.
and then I'll post it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow,
Cool.
it sounds
Can
like
I
you're
just-
putting in a lot of work there,
yeah,
huh?
This is
No.
very beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, this is very
you want
beneficial.
me to spend like 7 hours of my time
Yep.
for you?
Yeah. Basically, you're like, this is great. Where do I sign up?
Great.
Yeah. Where do I sign up?
Can't
with
wait
this?
to pay rent with that.
Yeah.
I'll be so sick.
Oh my God, I
No,
can't
I think
wait.
the best thing is like raise your prices if you're ever doing
Yeah.
anything, like any specialized skill. Raise your prices because you might get less people, but then you're gonna get like way higher quality people
Yeah.
because they're like, oh yeah, I understand the value of this money.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you get someone who like just has way too much money and they don't understand how like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Bluth family of like how much does a banana cost, $10
Yeah.
situation.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
most of the time, like you raise the prices, you get better quality clients.
And that's what you want. You don't want the preteens
No.
coming through with
God.
with $10 being too much.
Yeah.
Or $15 and like your prices are ridiculous.
There was someone who was at the table the other day, and she's like, do you do commissions? I'm like, yeah, like 150, which is really cheap.
Yeah.
My friend who's sitting next to me, she's like a DC artist and
Yeah.
super famous, and hers are like $400.
DC stuff?
Yeah, she did Batgirl. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she has her own thing called Motor Crush. Shout out to Babs Tar. We're gonna like
Shout out.
promo
Wait,
my
what's it?
dear friend Babs Tar.
Babs Tar.
Yeah.
Shout out to Babs Tar.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I need sound effects. I need like
Brr,
a.
brr, brr,
Yo,
brr.
I need an Elgato Stream Deck. Shout out to Elgato.
Oh, do you got
Yeah,
that?
yeah, he's gonna. Hold up. No, this isn't gonna work. It's too far away. It's too far away. No, you're taking too long, Sam.
I
He's
did it
taking-
with my voice.
Yeah, we've already. No, anyway.
I'm a voice actor. Please come and get signed.
Are you actually a voice actor?
No, God, no.
Ah.
I have an album on Spotify, though.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
What's it called?
It's just I sang the thing. It's just covers, like 4 covers of a song or songs, like pop songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I'm kind of keen to check that out.
Yeah, it's just like acoustic pop covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, is it people listening to it?
Yeah, I just did it for fun, and it's like there's still like a couple thousand listeners every month. I'm like, why? But it's cute.
Honestly, that is almost Kiwi right there. But like, oh, I did it because I don't know, just felt
I was
like it.
homeschooled. I just get bored, so I'm like, there you go. Oh
There
my
we
God.
go. And that was
good timing,
That
too.
was good timing, and
Yeah.
it kind of gave me a fright, to be
Yeah.
honest, a little bit. I may have jumped.
That was good.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, that was good, bro. That was. Oh my God. Oh,
I like
just
that you're still committed. You're like,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah. This is what happened. This is literally what happens on the last.
Nice. For those of you
Yeah.
who can't see, he's currently in a beanbag chair getting his hair
Camera
braided.
four.
Yeah, can we go
Go
camera
camera
4?
four.
Here we go.
And
Boom.
he's getting his hair braided by Gabby.
Step to the side, Gabby. Step to the side a little bit. There you go. Like, he's getting his hair braided. It's okay.
Oh, Gabby's gonna have to redo it now.
Uh,
Suffer for the art. Did you know that Gabby and I have known each other for a really long time?
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came to Armageddon 5 years ago
Okay.
with an ex of mine who was a guest.
Yeah.
And so I was his assistant. And
Yeah.
then she came to see me and
But
brought me Tim Tams.
Oh.
Oh my God!
So this is when we need. This is when we needed the horn.
Yes.
This is when we need the horn. Oh
Oh my gosh, the
nah, it's too late.
timing.
It's
Nah.
too late. Oh.
Oh, just one?
That
Just like a
was-
1.5?
That was like a one
Oh,
pump. That was
thank
just
you,
like-
Gabby.
Oh.
Yes.
It's like wrapped.
Yes, these are mine.
Gabby, where's mine? I mean, I live here.
This is,
but
it's
do
a
you not-
principle of a thing.
Yeah.
We've come
Do you-
so far. We've had character development.
Do you get those in America?
Some places get them.
Yeah, not all.
But it's just like, it's,
And I bet it's like $20 for one.
nah, they're still real cheap.
Oh,
right?
are they? Oh, okay.
It's America. We don't
Yeah.
pay a lot of money for anything.
I was gonna say it's probably cheaper if you converted the money and everything. It's
Yeah,
probably still
probably
cheaper in
cheaper
America.
in the
Yeah,
States.
than for us to buy.
I
it.
know they were in Texas for a bit, but I felt dirty buying them in Texas because I'm like, you know what? There's like a whole thing. Once you bring them over across the
Yeah.
border, once you declare them on your customs, they taste so much better.
Yeah, true. Because
Yeah.
you're like, it's like smuggling, right?
Yeah, but
You're
it's not
smuggling-
because it's like it's sealed and you can't.
Yeah, I mean, you're not smuggling. Like you're still
Like
declaring it,
I
right?
used to come over with like so much candy, and customs would try to give me a hard time, and I'm like, oh, what are the Reese's Pieces gonna infect your natural environment? And they're like, all right, well, fine.
Is this coming into New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to have like my student
Yeah.
visa stuff and my old passport, so they would
Yeah.
like just give me so much like flack, and I was
Yeah.
kind of sad I wouldn't have it, but this time I went through and they didn't say anything. I was like, oh my
You're
gosh.
like, yes.
Yes, you just walk right
yes.
through.
Oh, that's
Saw the
cool.
Beagles, waved to them, kept going.
Oh, the Beagle. I think you said the Wiggles for a minute. I was like,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, no,
like Sleepy Steve was there.
Brett
the
was
Wiggles?
on our flight though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, to New Zealand?
From Los Angeles to New Zealand. and we're like, Brett, and he's like walking behind us. I'm like, oh my God, he's really tall.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Brett was on our flight again from Auckland to Wellington because our flight was so late when it came in. And so we're like, oh my God, Brett's on our flight
What's
again.
Brett
He's
doing?
a big fan. I don't know. Brett's just chilling.
She's chilling?
I think he lives in Wellington. I don't know. Where do the Flight of Conchords live? Don't you know this? Don't y'all know each other?
No. I thought they were, oh, I don't know. Are you in Wellington? Well, there we go. Apparently we're in Wellington. He's
We are
looking at
in
his watch.
Wellington.
Are you telling me, is that your way of showing to wrap it up? 2 minutes. Okay, well, 2-minute questions.
Yeah. I realized I didn't even really introduce myself at all.
Yeah, I was. So that's where I was literally going to.
We just started talking.
I know. We literally started talking so much
Who
shit.
is she?
Like, yeah. So actually, yeah. Introduce yourself. So if people do not know, who are you? I was going to say, what are you wearing? But they can obviously see.
What are
That's
you
really
wearing?
Yeah. Who are you? What are you wearing?
Comfy clothes because my
Comfy
back
clothes.
is broken.
Yeah.
I think a bad posture because I'm on codeine right now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing an osteopath tomorrow. I'm this person here. Look at that.
Wait, is it? Oh, there.
That's me.
Boom. boom.
I'm AustenMarie. I'm a creative and variety streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/AustenMarie. I'm also an illustrator, and I have my comic Soul on Hold, which is launching this summer-winter.
By June.
No.
Definitely by June.
June
Wink.
is the start of summer.
Yeah.
July is the middle of summer, and
True.
August is the end of summer.
Okay, so by June. No. It's definitely why. It just means I'll pass away. That's fine.
If we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're
you
lucky.
want to draw it for me, yeah,
I'm
maybe.
100%. I'll draw you a stick figure. I can do some mean stick figures.
I mean, you
I
can
really
get paid to
can't,
do
but-
stick figures.
Can you
so-
really?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, there's stick figure
I can't even
comics
draw a
out
circle, to be fair.
I mean, not many people can. That's why you have protractors.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
It's
I'm
the
gonna.
thing that helps you draw a circle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you use a digital tablet
Yeah.
and stuff? And it's like a thing that goes on it.
I mean, you
No,
can make a
you could do
tool to
stencil.
do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could just get a stencil, right?
Yeah, but no one can draw a perfect circle, so it's impossible.
Is it really?
Except for SpongeBob, he could do it.
Could he?
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah, he had to draw the
He
whole
c-
face first and then erased it, and he got a perfect circle.
That's true.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I actually do
It was
remember
a good
that. I
episode.
really do remember that.
What else do I do? I play video games Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In the mornings, which is like 6 a.m. New Zealand time, so it's like perfect for this audience.
Yeah.
Super sick. But if it's Pacific time, if you are
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Do you do weekends? Or you try and keep them free?
No, I like having my weekends to just be a human.
I know, right?
I'm 28. I'm like, I kind of
Otherwise
miss
it
being a
consumes you.
human.
Yeah.
You burn out too quick. It's like
Oh,
not
yes, you
good.
do. Yeah, you
So
do.
yeah, I take Wednesday off to do comics, and then it's like stream in the morning for 3 hours, and then work on comics the rest of the time.
Mean.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I can see Craig is eyeing me up. He's just like, oh,
I think he's just
whatever.
doing that in general.
He gives me that look of just like, dude, you're a dickhead.
I've got to keep him in check.
Yeah,
So
fair.
It's just
I
like
understand.
you just
Yeah.
don't know which direction he's going to go.
No, I sense
At any
that.
point in time, we could go straight down to toilet talk.
Yeah, I sense that. If he's
Yeah.
already dropping F-bombs.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I'm in two minds
but-
whether I ask the
But
question
Austin,
about the
it's Monday,
toilet.
I'm okay with it. You know, like if it was Saturday, Sunday, I'd be like.
Do you know Craig stands to wipe? He doesn't actually.
Gee,
He
man,
doesn't
Ellie's
actually.
gonna
I was just
give
trying to
us
think of
grief
that. Like,
now.
I mean, if you're like mildly squatting,
Right, so
it
there's
would
two
make
questions,
sense.
right? And I'll do it for just so
Yeah.
Ellie
Oh,
can
these
get
are
pissed off
rapid
because Ellie's not here.
questions?
So stand or sit.
Sit.
Okay. Scrunch or fold.
Fold.
I love that she's like, what?
She's
People
just like,
scrunch?
what- yeah,
That was literally
yeah.
people scrunch?
I mean,
Yeah.
we say bunch, not scrunch.
Oh,
That's
bunch.
what that really held me up there.
Bunch.
Yeah.
Okay. I
We
mean,
have long nails. You want to fold.
oh.
That was some thought.
That.
Also, if
yeah.
you scrunch, like that's like such a like. There's a lot that could go wrong
it
afterwards.
ruined- Okay. All right.
Yeah.
OCD or not OCD?
OCD or no OCD?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been clinically
that's a
diagnosed with
weird-
No,
OCD.
but you
I
know,
mean,
like,
that's
do
a
you have
weird-
to put the dishes, the big
That's
dishes
not
at the back of the
OCD.
dishwasher, and
That's being
and you
anal
have to put the,
retentive.
you know, do you
By-
put all of the?
by
like,
saying
it's
by
obsessively
calling
compulsive
that
to do that.
that's
though.
not though by saying that
Spear
it's
tackle
obsessive
them.
compulsive people who have it are like that's not what I have.
All
They
right.
like
Well, do you turn the
they
door
think they're
handle
gonna
3 times
die.
before you go through it, or what?
Well, they think they're gonna die if they don't do that.
Craig, just stop, mate. Okay, just stop. Go spear tackle.
All
him,
the people with
honestly.
OCD,
Yeah.
are, like actually proper OCD, are like they hate the people who are like,
All right,
I like things in
colloquial
order
OCD.
because I have OCD.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
But
no,
why
you're just
colloquial OCD?
Anal retentive.
I
Okay.
actually,
A
I
little
actually
bit of
feel
that.
like people are like that. They're like, I just it has to be straight, so I'm OCD.
And it's like,
not.
nah.
You're just a dickhead. Like you're literally
Nah.
just stop.
That's like saying I stubbed my toe, I have depression. It's like, no, you don't.
Just, my toes real. Man, I'm feeling really
So
down right now.
depressed.
Yeah, God, I'm so depressed right now.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Craig, you can go
Someone's
away,
on
mate.
my
Hang
cell
on, hang
phone.
on,
I
hang
have
on.
schizophrenia. Like what?
Austin, it's Game of Thrones day, so
It is Game of Thrones
is
day.
Daenerys pregnant?
Oh God, I hope not with little incest babies.
Ooh. Do you know what? I've never watched Game of Thrones. And
There's
I'm
too much
sad.
incest in it, eh?
Yeah, apparently I've heard that. A lot of incest and dragons and...
I mean, the dragons are cool.
And
Yeah.
how quickly will Cersei die?
I hope she doesn't. I hope she just comes through. She's honestly the best.
Oh, okay.
And I learned there's
She's
something
ruthless.
called Big Pie, little spoon. What is his name?
Hot pie.
Oh,
Big
Hot
Pie?
Pie. Hot
Hot
Pie.
Pie?
Apparently there's something called Hot Pie.
Yeah.
I learned that yesterday.
I haven't watched.
Yeah.
I didn't do the recap because I'm like, I don't
apparently
care.
there's-
That's
yeah,
fair.
Hot Pie. I don't know.
I'll watch it, but I'm gonna watch it when I get
Do
home.
you like New Zealand pies?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't had a
cool.
meat pie yet. I'm like really. I'm trying to get
it's
there.
steak and
Mint-
cheese, mince
nah,
and
mince
cheese.
and cheese.
Okay, so normally I'm like cutting down on my caffeine, but normally like I would land and like right at the BP outside the Auckland airport, stop there,
Yeah.
get a meat, mince and cheese,
Yes.
and then a V.
I like her already. Oh, V, yes.
And I'm like, oh, I love health food.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so healthy.
I did try.
Hashtag diet.
I was so pissed off. We went to the supermarket and I tried. They only have like a giant bottle. We're like, that's kind of conspicuous that there's only a giant bottle. Now we know why. Of the new Primo flavor, the Goody Goody Gumdrops.
I haven't tried
milk
that.
flavor. It's garbage. I
Is
love
it?
the ice cream flavor.
Ah.
Like the tip top version is great.
Yeah,
And then they have this like garbage, like milk flavor of it, and it's like that minty green color.
Oh, nah.
And we tried it, and we're like, this is awful. This is
yeah.
why they're selling it in like liter
they're
forms.
trying to get rid of
They're
all
like,
of it.
Please,
Please,
please
guys,
take it. We
please.
messed up. We,
I feel the whole
mucked
Goody
up.
Goody Gumdrop things is all about the chewy lolly.
It is, but Tip Top has
Yeah.
the better one because they have the rounded ones. The ones that are like the triangle ones, the bung like off-brand flavor, not good. Not good. Anytime I
no,
see
no.
that, I'm like, oh, you didn't splurge for the
Yeah.
nice version.
Oh, you
Pam's.
didn't go all out.
Nobody
Oh,
wants
Pam's.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
garbage.
Pam's.
I
Now it's
once,
home brand. Now it's home brand.
I once, my ex's family, they live up in Papamoa. Shout out to them, they're awful.
Shout out.
So they were really awful.
They're awful.
They're like
Shout out.
awful, rude dairy farmer people.
Yeah,
But they were really awful, and they were so mean, and they yelled so much. And like we got Goody Goody Gumdrops that night because I was like really excited to have it again.
Yeah.
I ate all of the gumdrops out of it out of spite, and then I
Yep.
put it back.
Fuck yes.
I
you-
respect you.
I just dropped
no,
an
no,
F-bomb.
no.
Nah,
That's totally, no, that's
Yeah.
totally. I respect that.
Yeah.
That is
I also
solid.
say
And then
that
they like
that's-
went to get it, and
it's
they're like,
acceptable.
"Oh, there's no gumdrops in here." I'm like, "Oh, lame. Must have been a weird batch."
Ah, shit.
They
And
were
you're just
so
like,
mean.
They're spooning it out.
Suck it.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
so mean. I was like 16 years old, and I came over, and they were just awful, yelly.
That's so good.
family.
I love it how you're just like 16, you're like, I'm going to show them.
Yeah.
Pull out all the gummies.
It was all I could do. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my slight microaggression
Yeah.
towards them because I was still
Yeah.
really like trying to be polite because they were like
Yeah,
letting
yeah,
me stay
yeah.
in their
Yeah,
house
exactly.
and like being
But
hospitable.
then you're just like, I'm going to
But
show you.
it was an awful hospitable time.
Oh,
He's awful
Jesus.
too, but that's fine.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother story about him.
That's
a
fine.
whole nother story about him.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
stuck
what
in the
it is, though.
South Island. He can stay down there.
Yeah, he's stuck down there. Stay down there. I don't know what your name is. We're going to call him Dean. Stay down
Dean?
there. I don't know. This is, Dean, stay
Oh,
down there, you
Dean.
dickhead. Bloody dickhead, Dean.
Dean.
Dean. Yeah, good day, I'm Dean.
Dean
Steve
does sound like
and
a dickhead.
Steve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve.
Good day, I'm Steve.
My buddy, he like moved to the States recently, but he streams on Twitch as well. His
Yeah.
username's Wrigglemania.
Oh, Steve. I know. He's one of my boys.
So every time he comes, I'm like, oh, Steve, how
Yeah.
you doing, Steve?
Yo, Steve. Oh, shout out to Steve. He's honestly such a good
I
dude,
love
eh?
him.
He's such a GC.
I've been friends
honestly.
with him for like 10 years.
He's
as
so
well.
funny, eh?
He
Yeah.
used to troll me because I had bangs for a while, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
looked like a fringe, I guess. And I looked like the girl from Glee. And so he would send me, he'd be like, oh, Austin, check out this video. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Steve, the comedian, the like famous guy. I was
Shut up.
19.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. I love Steve so much. And then I was like, oh, man, like, I guess I'll click this link. He's like, oh, it's real cool. And it was always the Don't Stop Believin'
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
So he was like Rick-rolling me with the Don't Stop Believin' video.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. And that went on
Awesome,
for like
Steve.
a year and a half. Like, I wouldn't respond to messages from him because I'm like, I know what it is,
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah. Just don't even look at it.
And he like did it again like a year later. I was like, son of a bitch.
Damn it,
Like-
he caught you off guard.
I
He caught you off
know.
guard. I can see you're trying to wrap us up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Anyway, once again, where can people find you? Real quick.
Oh,
can we
on
get
the
it, can we get a
internet,
thing
just
down?
like AustenMarie.
Can we wait for it? Boom! There we go. It's like the power of magic. Right
That's
there.
my Twitter handle. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you cut off the TV, you can get me on Instagram. And if you add art, you can get my art and not my selfies and like
Boom.
scandalous photos.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some scandalous photos. Anyway, we'll be back very soon. I don't know who we've got next. I don't know.
Oh,
Something-
it's just me again in a wig
yeah,
and a
yeah,
mustache.
Yeah, we're gonna put a. Man, I've got a mullet, so not like etched, but like a wig mullet. So
Yeah,
maybe we'll do that.
It's
But
me
awesome.
part
Thank you
two.
so much for coming on the stage.
Thanks for
honestly.
having me.
You're awesome. You're honestly so cool. But we'll be back. I don't know what we got, but I don't know. We'll be back. It's just crazy.
They're going to give me a whole Omen computer when we get back.
Here you go. This is yours.
Oh my
Surprise.
God.
Surprise.
I
All right,
want
guys.
those.
We're out.